I've always been fascinated by the attitude that we are holding before we do any specific kind of workout or even any specific kind of activity. And you know, I'll start off a walk in the morning, and you know, I'll be aware of you know, various aches and pains, and that will be my focus and my desire to say, oh, I hope that gets alleviated during the course of my run or my walk. And you know, it's very hard to stay focused on you know, internal discomfort if it's not very powerful, you know, especially in the environment that you are in, if it's particularly beautiful and so on. And I've just done a little loop. I'm on Baseline Lake Trail here, and pretty flat trail, but amazing views. So, you know, let's take as an example, you know, why you drink a race drink. Are you drinking that with the kind of attitude and the kind of mindset that I want to stave off any, you know, dehydration or overheating or you know, get in enough electrolytes or whatever the case might be? Is it a defensive scarcity mentality type of thought, or are you drinking that drink and saying, this is going to enable me to further have fun, to further perform, to go faster, to go at this current pace for longer? And I think that makes a big difference. And there's been some interesting research, not necessarily pure scientific research, but you know, in terms of our attitude when we do imbibe or do have a drink, or you know, eat a certain foodstuff, and our attitude is that this is not really good for me, and you have kind of guilt feelings about it, and how that shows up in your system, and how that over time chronically improves or hurts our health. And similarly, you know, people that are, you know, in a more starved situation, you know, they drinking water that's not 100% clean, or you know, they're eating something that might not, you know, in the purest terms be very good for them, but it is feeding them and it is staving off hunger. So I think it's worthwhile looking at what our attitude is towards stuff that we do. So, you know, most importantly, in terms of training, are we training so that we don't fail, or are we training so that we succeed? Are we doing a certain workout so that something that we have experienced in the past, or something that we're worried about happening to us in a race doesn't happen to us? Or are we training saying this is further facilitating and further opening up a capability for us? I enjoy conversations, and I've had numerous conversations with far brighter people than me in this field, where we talk about doing workouts at the same intensity, but over time reducing the emotional content, or you know, for want of another phrase, adrenalizing less when we do workouts. And so building up to a certain pace and saying that's fast enough, now I want to do this workout more and more easily. And also just looking at while you're running along, while you're doing an activity, trying to become more present to observing yourself doing that activity, and seeing if you can lower your heart rate or lower your RPE. Can I maintain this given pace of 7 minutes or 8 minutes a mile, but do it easier and easier? And then next time when I come around to do this workout, not looking for an increase in pace, but looking to do the same pace which meets the demands that I require in terms of competition more easily. And I think that's what mastery is, trying to do those training sessions more and more easily, whatever they may be. And you know, some people have a good relationship to high volume, some people have a good relationship to quality. And if we were one of those people that were really good at quality but didn't do so well with the longer stuff, or vice versa, and say, do we have a different attitude when we approach a quality workout that we are good at, when we go out and do a workout that we don't think we are really good at? If we perhaps changed our attitude towards the different workouts, would that not provide us with more access and more facility to our own abilities? All right, enjoy that. Still working on my course to be released soon, so look out for that. And go out there and see if you can alter your attitude and thereby have a better experience and B, a better performance. Thanks.